Students, I hope you are enjoying your work. So, today we will do one more topic, and that is Roman numbers. So, kids, the numbers that are used the world over today, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 have a special name. They are called Arabic numbers. But before this, most people, especially in Europe, used numbers which looked completely different. These were the numbers invented by the Romans. The Romans used 7 letters of the alphabet to represent numbers, and these 7 letters are: for 1 they use I, for 5 they use V, for 10 they use X, for 50 they use L, for 100 they use C, for 500 they use D, and for 1000 they use M. Let's repeat it again. For 1 they use I, for 5 they use V, for 10 they use X, for 50 they use L, for 100 they use C, for 500 they use D, and for 1000 they use M. So kids, let's see some more Roman numbers. So these are the Roman numbers for 1 to 10. Now repeat it with me. 1 is I, 2 I, 3 I, 4 IV, 5 V, 6 VI, 7 VII, 8 VII, 9 IX, 10 X. Now these are the Roman numbers from 1 to 10. So repeat it again. For 1 I, for 2 I, for 3 I, for 4 IV, for 5 V, for 6 VI, for 7 VII, for 8 VII, for 9 IX, and for 10 X. Now these are Roman numbers from 11 to 20. For 11 we use XI, 12 XII, 13 XII. Now we use X for 10 and I for 1. So X 13 is XII. 14 is XIV. 15 is XV. 16 is XVI. 17 is XVII. 18 is XVIII. 19 is XIX, and 20 is XX. So these are the Roman numbers from 11 to 20, and you have to practice these numbers. Now kids, you can see Roman numbers on a wall clock and in so many other different places. Now these are some more Roman numbers. For 10 we use X, for 20 we use XX, for 30 we use XXX, for 40 we use XL, for 50 we use L, for 60 we use LX, for 70 we use LXX, for 80 we use LXXX, for 90 we use XC, and for 100 we use C. So students, you have to practice all these Roman numbers that we have discussed in this video. So now we will do page number 32, exercise 5. Write the Roman numbers in numerals. So IX is used for 9, XIX is 19, XIV is 14, V is 5, XV is 15, and XIII is 13. So we have written these Roman numbers into Arabic numbers. Now you can do as many practice as you can by solving these worksheets, and you can give me your response, right? So I is used for 2, V is used for 5, IV is 4, yes, you're right. X is 10, I is 3, VI is 6, yes. XI is 11, IX is 9, XII is 12. X is for 10 and I is for 1. So XII 10, 1 and 1, yes, 12. XV is 15. XIX is 19. XVII is, yes, it's 17, and XIV is 14. And you can do the second question of this worksheet as well. It's just for your practice, right? So students, you have to do this work on mental edit side of your edit classwork notebook, and in case of any confusion you can ask me. All the best.